I'll be explaining how to divide polynomial. What is the meaning of polynomial? Polynomial is any set of a digit in such a way that the unknown in such a way that the power of the unknown is more than 2. If the power of the unknown is 1, for example, 2x plus y is equal to 3. What are the unknown? X and y. What is their power? 1 and 1. This is called linear. If the highest power of the unknown is 2, this is quadratic. So when the power of the unknown is more than 2, like the 3, upward, it is called polynomial. So to divide polynomial, we make use of a long division method to divide polynomial. So in which I'm going to be doing now. This is the type of topic that you found in further mathematics. So we have x raised to power 3 minus 1 divided by x raised to power 4. Now imagine you see a normal number like 4 divided by 2. How will you do it? 4 inside, that is using normal long division. 4 divided by 2, 4 inside, you put 2 outside, right? Just like normal way, you ask yourself, how many 2 can you see in 4? 2. 2 times 2 is what? 4. That's the end. Now, look at it. Look at it. We said this is the end because why? If you do 4 minus 4 is what? 0. Now, that will prompt me to particular terms and terminologies that is used in polynomial long division. Now, this thing that I use, I hope you can see it. This thing that I use and this thing, they have a meaning. Now, this one, you can see that is the remnant of everything. It's called remainder. Please, you have to know that. This is called remainder. So it means that if I divide, the remaining is called remainder. Now, this one up here is called the quotient. Why this is the one used to divide, it is called the divisor. This is the quotient. The one upward is called the quotient. Please don't forget. The one downward is called remainder. And the one you used to divide is called the divisor. I hope you understand that. Now, we want to use it to solve this question. Just like normal way. X raised to power 3 minus 4. 4 divided by 2, we put 4 inside. The first one inside. So x raised to minus 3 minus 1. So that one inside divided by x minus 1. So how are we going to do it? Let's look at it. X raised to power 3 minus 1 with x minus 1. Now, to solve this is very simple. Now, in case I forget to tell you, this object that you want to divide, it is called the dividend. Dividend. I hope you can see that. Why this that you want to use to divide is called the divisor. So it's called divisor, dividend. The answer that I will get is called quotient. The remainder is what we call the remainder, of course. So for this one, you're going to ask yourself, this is x. To divide in polynomial, please just listen to this very well. All you need to focus on is the first letter, x and x. That's all. So look at it. I have x and I have x raised to power 3. So I will say that how many x, you only focus on first and first. How many x can I see in x raised to power 3? It's just x raised to power 2. How did I get this? Don't forget x raised to power 3 means x times x all over x. Everything. So look at it. If you cancel this, how many x remain? X raised to power 2. You understand? So please, that is what I'm going to do and that is what I'm going to focus on. So how many x can I see here? I just did that. I only see x raised to power 3. Simple. Don't say how many x can you see in number. Please don't do that. You only focus on letter and letter. How many x can I see in this? Don't forget you are using this one to divide this. So that you are using this one to cut this. So how many x can you see here? You can see what I did. The real number is the one inside. So why the one outside here is the one. Just like if I want to do 4 divided by 2, I'll put 4 inside because it's the bigger one, this one outside. Do you understand? Bigger one inside, this one outside. Do you understand? So the one that comes first will go inside. So the one that comes late will be outside. It's a normal thing. You come early, you go inside. You come late, you stay outside. So x divided by x raised to power 3 is x raised to power 2 rather. So how many x can you see in x raised to power 3? X raised to power 2. I just explained that. So if you don't understand, kindly go back whenever I did the division. How many x can you see in x raised to power 3, x raised to power 2? Once you have done that, simple, that's the step number 1. Step number 2, you will now use this your quotient, that is this answer to multiply this. X squared times x squared, you're going to have x raised to power 3. X squared times x squared, x squared times x, we are going to have x raised to power 3. If you use the law of indices, you have x raised to power 2 times x raised to power 1. So normal way we say x times x times x, which is x raised to power 3. If you want to use indices, it means x, you take 1. So 2 times will become plus, so 1, so which will give you x raised to power 3. Do you understand? So we have x raised to power 3. That's how I got that. Then x squared times minus 1. This is plus because nothing is in front of it. If it is minus, they will tell you. But if it is plus, if it not say anything, it means it's plus. Plus times minus is minus. X squared times 1 is x squared. Do you understand? Now let's move on. Here you will minus. S cube minus s cube is 0, so you don't have to write anything. Now, but however, look at this place. Do you have any s square here? So no. So it means we have nothing for s square because we have to do like times and like times. You say I don't say s cube minus this. No, s cube and s cube. So s square, I need x square up. I don't have. So it means that nothing is up. Nothing is up minus s square. Look at it. Nothing is up minus s square. So minus times minus will give you plus. So 0 plus s square will give you s square. I hope you understand. So here I have s square. Now, so let's move on. So then I said 0 minus s square will give you this. Now look at 1. Do you have normal number here? Yeah? No. So you think that you will look at it as 0. So it means minus 1 minus. Do you see anything here? Nothing. So nothing means 0. Minus 1 minus 0. So it is minus 1. Minus 1 minus 0 is minus 1. So please, do you understand? Minus 0 times 0 minus x squared minus 1 minus 0 minus 1. Do you understand that? Now let's move on. Now x in s squared, that is how many x can you see in s squared? This is just 1x. That is, if you have x times x all over x, so it will only give you 1x. Do you understand? So you only have 1x. So x in s squared, that is plus 1x. So instead of writing 1x, it means x. So x in s square x. Do you understand? Now, just like how I did after getting my answer, I used to times this. So x times x will give you x squared. Please, I want you to notice very well. So x plus times minus will give you minus. So x times minus 1 will give you minus x. Please, did you understand? Just like how I divide here, I will also divide here. Do you see that? So please, if you don't understand, go back to the beginning, rewatch till you grab it. Very, very simple. This process is the same for every polynomial. So once you have done that, you will also minus like times and like times. Do you see that? So it is 0, x squared minus x squared, 0. So I don't have to write anything. Now look at this x. I'm only focusing on letter first. Why? That is for now. Just know that. That's the simplest way for you for now. So I'm focusing because for you to be arranging might be tough for you. But just look at it. I focus on this. When I get to the here and here, I focus on the letter first. So when I get to here too, I will focus on this letter first. Do you understand? So look at it. I don't have any other x here. Do you have any x here? No. S square and s square, they are the like times, but I don't have like times of this x here. So I will say nothing minus x. Nothing. Do you see anything here? Nothing minus x. So it will give you nothing plus x. It will give you x. So 0 plus x is x. So I hope you understand. So I've sorted out the x. Do you understand? So sorted right. So from here, I don't have any number here, so it is nothing. So it's 0. So it means minus 1 minus nothing. So it is still minus 1. I hope you understand. Please, it is very, very simple. So minus 1 minus 0. So it is still minus 1. You understand? So once I've done that, so just like how I use this x here. So once you are through with the subtraction, you will always use this the first letter again with the first letter. Don't forget, I don't use the first letter to take the second one. No, first letter and first letter always. So x in x is what? Plus 1. So that is how many x can you see in x? 1. And that one is it minus or plus? Plus. So x in x plus 1. So 1 times x will give you x. Plus times minus will give you minus. Plus 1 times 1 will give you 1. So what remains? 0. So it means that you see nothing remaining. If you subtract the 0, you are saying 2 minus 2 because there is 1 minus 1, 10 minus 10. So it means that for this place, our remainder here is equal to 0. So these are the likely questions you'll be asked. What is the remainder? What is the quotient? So all this is our quotient. So it means that our quotient is x squared plus x plus 1. That is the quotient. The remainder is equal to 0. Do you understand? So I told you this is called the quotient. Quotient in our normal language, we are going to say it means answer. Remainder is still remainder in our normal in our normal word. So this one that you will call numerator, it is called dividend. The one you will call denominator, it is called divisor. Do you understand? So now I want to show you one trick. This is my quotient. This is my divisor. If I multiply my quotient and divisor together, I must get my dividend. So let's prove that. If you want to copy this, kindly pause the video and do that. So If I want to get this together, how am I going to do it? The formula, please don't forget, the formula is divisor times quotient. It will give you dividend. So let's confirm whether we're going to have s cubed minus 1. So I'll be fast with this. So I believe by now you ought to have known how to expand, how to do expansion. Now look at it. So s times s squared, it means x raised to power 3. X times this, we have x squared. X times this, it means plus x, minus x squared, minus 1 times x squared, it means minus x squared. So minus times minus plus, it means minus 1 times x is x. So minus 1 times this, it means minus 1. Do you see that? So now we are going to collect like times. So to collect like times, we arrange them according to power. So we have s cubed followed by, we have s cubed, so followed by plus x squared, followed by minus x squared, followed by plus x, followed by minus x, followed by minus 1. So look at this, plus and minus, plus x squared minus x squared will cancel themselves. Plus x minus x will cancel themselves. So we are left out with x raised to power 3 minus 1. So even without being told, even without submitting to my teacher, I can surely prove myself that I am totally right for this work. So the coefficient the quotient, no, the right quotient is s squared plus x plus 1. If you want to copy this, pause and copy. So for number 2, without wasting of time, we have x raised to power 4 minus 1. So square root. So I will be talking much like the other time. So please follow me, still the same thing. How many s squared can you see in x4? It is s squared. That is, you have x raised to power 4 divided by x raised to power 2. I'll be using indices. In indices, they are 1. You take 1. X raised to power 4. So my time division will turn to minus 2. It will give you x raised to power 2. If you don't understand this method, if you don't understand this one, it's the same thing of saying x raised to power 4 means x times x times x times x. So divided by x squared means x times x. So this will cancel this will cancel this. We are left out with x raised to power what? 2, that is x times x. So it means that you see, I did not focus on the number, I'm focusing on the first letter, simple. So how many x squared can I see in the, how many first of this one can I see first of this one? X raised to power 2. Simple, that's what I need. Then I will now times x squared times this will give me x raised to power 4. X squared times this will give me plus x squared. I hope you understand. Any question? So the next one is minus. If you have question, feel free to drop it at the comment box. So now x4 minus x4 is 0, so you don't have to write anything. So just like what we did the other time, we have nothing minus x squared, nothing minus x squared. So we are going to have minus x squared. You understand? Nothing minus plus x squared. Look at it. Nothing. Do you have any x squared here? No. Nothing minus plus x squared. So minus times plus will give you minus x. So 0 minus any number is negative of that number. 0 minus 2 is minus 2. 0 minus 3 is minus 3. So 0 minus x squared, it is minus x squared. So I hope you understand. So here we have minus 1 minus 1 minus nothing. It is still minus 1. Do you understand? So please now let's move on. So I have x squared. Look at it. I want to do, don't forget that this one is not just ordinary x squared. It means minus x squared divided by x squared. So when you do this, we're going to have minus 1. Do you understand? It's minus 1. Please note that. So x squared divided by minus x squared is minus 1. So we have done that. First letter and first letter, simple. It's not hard. First letter and first letter, simple. First letter and first letter, simple. So x squared divided by minus x squared, minus 1. So minus 1 times this will give you minus x squared. So minus 1 times this will give you minus 1. Do you see that? So this is the end of it. You can see they are the same thing. So it means that for this one, the remainder is equal to what? That is what remains, 0. That is what we can see. The remainder is 0, or you write 0. So our quotient is equal to x squared minus 1. That is, our real answer is equal to what? X squared minus 1. Dividend, divisor. So feel free to pause the video and copy if you want to. So we take the last one. So the last one is equal to x cubed plus 1 divided by x plus 1. So first and first, very simple. How many x can you see here? How many x can you see in x raised to power 3? It means x raised to power 2. Do you understand how I got that? I have x raised to power 3 divided by x. So it means x times x divided by x. You will be left with 2x. So that is x raised to power 2. So we have x raised to power 2 times x, it is equal to x raised to power 3. X raised to power 2 plus x, x raised to power 2 plus 1, it is x raised to power 2. Did you understand? X raised to power 2 times this, x raised to power 3, x squared plus times this, x raised to power 2. Did you understand? So this minus this will give you 0, so don't waste your time on this. So this one, I told you always focus on the letter first. So nothing minus plus x squared, so it is minus x squared. So nothing minus plus x squared. Plus times minus, it is minus. So let me teach you this. When you have different sign multiplying themselves, you always have plus. But when in the moment they become difference, so you have minus, minus. So look at it, the same, plus and plus, plus, minus and minus, plus. So far, if they are the same, you don't have to care. Minus and minus, plus, plus and plus, plus. So the moment they are different, minus times plus, plus times minus, minus. Do you understand? So look at it, they are different. So 0 minus plus, minus and plus is minus. So the moment the arithmetic sign is different, it's minus. The moment they are the same, it's plus. So we have minus x squared. Then this one we have 1 minus 0. So it is 1 minus 0, it is 1. So ordinary 1 means plus 1. So I hope you understand. So now please look at it. So what you're going to do now is you are going to ask yourself, first and first, don't forget, first letter and first letter, simple like ABC. So how many x can you see in x squared? Don't see, look at it. X squared divided by x. So when the x cancel, so you are left with minus x. Do you understand? So you are left with minus x. So we have how many x can you see here? It is minus x. Then you now multiply by minus x times this will give you minus x squared. Do you see that? Minus x squared. Then look at it, minus x. So minus x squared. Okay, okay. I said x in this we have minus x. So minus x times this will give minus x squared. So minus times minus will give you minus. So x times 1 will give you x. Do you understand that? So it is very, very simple. So this one and this one are the same. So it is 0. So you do it again. Nothing minus minus. Look at it. The sign is the same thing. Nothing minus minus x. So nothing minus 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 means plus. So it means 0 plus x. So you are going to have x. So this one minus nothing. So it means 1 minus 0. So it is still plus 1. So x plus 1. Do you understand? 1 minus 0 is 1. And you have nothing minus minus x. So they are the same. So it turns to plus. So 0 plus x, x. So 1 minus 0, it is 1. I hope you understand. So then we have this. So once you have gotten that, then you now focus back. The first and the first. How many x can you see in here? It is 1 plus 1. So 1 times x, x. 1 times 1 plus 1. So this is the end of everything. So what is our remainder? Our remainder is also equal to 0. Our remainder is also equal to 0. Now what can you say about the quotient? So the quotient is equal to x squared minus x plus 1. So in normal mathematics, we are going to say that this is the real answer. So if you have any question, feel free to drop them in the comment box. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe.